This video is the biggest load of hoo-ha I've ever seen. Why do you insist we watch this stupid thing?
Am I the only one who understands the complexities of this ambitious cinematic masterpiece? This movie isn't stupid! You're stupid!
Hello everyone and welcome to Hats Off. I'm your host and secret Easter egg, D'Angelo Edwards. Nowadays, a lot more people are coming out as being fans of cartoons. Young, old, and even ageless like me. But you know who else is a fan of cartoons? Cartoons. Yep, the shows you watch can't spend all their time entertaining you. Stop being so selfish, they have their own lives. And a lot of them spend their time glued to the idiot box just like the rest of us. That might be a commentary, but I don't feel like opening that box. Instead of questioning the unhealthy amount of time we spend consuming media, let's instead look at the media that our media consumes. So join me as I go over the top 5 shows and cartoons.
In no particular order.
Now this one is a classic, the Itchy and Scratchy Show from The Simpsons. First appearing in the 4th episode of the first season, Itchy and Scratchy has been a staple of the show since. An obvious parody of Tom and Jerry, though with the violence cranked up to 11. So better. You actually get to see full episodes play out during the show, which I think really helped its popularity. A lot of shows within shows are only mentioned or alluded to. But with them showing so much of the show, not only are the characters fans of it, but you are too. While a lot of the shows on the list play a big role in the lives of the characters, Itchy and Scratchy plays a huge role in the entire show. Plenty of episodes focus on it, from Marge trying to get it cancelled because she thinks the violence will impact the youth, to Homer voicing the raddest character since Scrappy-Doo in some of the episodes.
Oh, Porchy is one outrageous dude. He's totally in my face.
Wiggity, word up.
And that's just in the show itself. It has spawned tons of merchandise in the real world as well. Toys, video games, comic books. I wouldn't blame you if you thought this was a show outside of The Simpsons. It pushed so much. Heck, the first Simpson thing I ever owned was the Itchy and Scratchy game on Sega Genesis. The violence was toned down quite a bit, but I like to think it shaped me into the man I am today. I had that. You gotta stop sneaking up on me like that, intern. Bullets don't grow on trees. But anyways, Itchy and Scratchy is a ton of fun to watch. If it's proved one thing, it's that violence that doesn't affect you is always funny.
Justice friends, assemble!
Next up, we have Justice Friends from Dexter's Laboratory. Along with Dial M for Monkey, Justice Friends served as one of the backup segments for Dexter's Lab, which means that we actually got to see full-length episodes of the cartoon. But Justice Friends is a cartoon in Dexter, even if the characters actually exist in his world. So maybe it's more of a reality show? Look, it doesn't matter. Dexter watches the show too, so it counts. Justice Friends follows Major Glory, a fusion of Superman and Captain America, Val Hallen, a musical-themed Thor parody, and the infraggable Krunk, an inverted Hulk-type character. But instead of seeing them fight crime and save lives, you instead watch them
Face the challenge of everyday life.
Yep, in this show you follow them in the in-between moments of crime fighting, paying rent, cleaning their apartment, and keeping up with dental hygiene. And yes, it is hilarious that 3 crime fighters, one of whom is an actual god, have to split rent. And this sounds kind of boring when you say it out loud, but because the 3 of them are all superheroes, and dumber than sin, we get a lot of complex solutions to very simple problems. Heck, they once called the entire Justice League, their version at least, to help fix Krunk's toothache, instead of just going to the dentist. It's a ton of dumb fun, and the characters even outlived Dexter, showing up in the Powerpuff Girls as well, though with a few minor differences. This of course being possible because Gendy Tartakovsky and Craig McCracken worked on each other's shows. Although, come to think of it, Puppet Pals was better. I changed my mind, Puppet Pals is number 4.
Why am I using a golf club? I'm supposed to be using a bone stick. Bone stick equals comedy. Golf club equals not comedy.
Vaya, con Dios.
Is this show pretty accurate?
Now, while the first 2 entries were cartoons, that's not the only things that cartoons watch. They need variety, change, and maybe a little spice? Los Días y las Noches de Monsignor Martinez, or The Days and Nights of Monsignor Martinez, is a TV drama shown in King of the Hill. Primarily in Spanish, the show follows Martinez, a priest that also sidelines as a mercenary. It's cheesy, full of action, and is absolutely dripping with that telenovela charm. The show is very popular with the Hill family, heck, even Hank likes it. And it seems to be a very popular show overall, as the star of it lives a very wealthy lifestyle. One of the episodes actually deals with Peggy meeting the star, and coming to believe that he wants to have an affair with her. With Peggy. Not with Min, or Nancy, or heck, even Donna. With Peggy Hill. It receives the appropriate response.
I would never, never, never take you as a lover.
I got it.
While this show wasn't shown a lot in King of the Hill, it was a well-liked concept by Mike Judge, the creator, and he even tried to get it turned into a live-action spin-off. While no footage of it has been shown, various news articles and IMDb listings show that a pilot was indeed made and does exist, though it has never been shown publicly. And guys, I need to see it. Start a petition, start a hashtag, Vaya con Dios. I need to see a priest kill in the name of the Lord. But, you know, for fun, and not in the weird crusade-y way. I mean, unless...
Not even your best bastardness can stop me this time.
No! That's where you're wrong, Dr. Enema. The bastard always gets the girl!
Alright, so this next one is an absolute favorite of mine. Action Bastard, or Action Common for you purists, from Shin-Chan. Shin-Chan is one of my favorite shows ever. It's one of those animes whose dubs completely stop trying to be faithful, and instead just do whatever they want. It might be the best of its kind, with a close second being found in Ghost Stories.
His funny little requests.
Touch me.
His reprimands.
Touch me harder.
But we aren't here to talk Shin-Chan. We are here to talk Action Bastard. An obvious parody of Kamen Rider, Action Bastard follows the titular Action Bastard, and his teammate of dubious legal age, Lollipop. Get it? It's all the fun of Power Rangers, but with all the raunchiness of South Park. Action Bastard fights monsters with moves such as the Bastard Chop, the Bastard Beam, and his super form, Lucky Bastard Fever. Even Lollipop gets in on the action as a hero, transforming into the lovely jailbait Poon. This show isn't for kids. Another thing that made Action Bastard so good is the blatant product placement. Almost every episode has him peddling a new toy or food for Shin to pester his parents about, and they aren't subtle. Action Bastard even had a multi-part special dedicated to him, and it just makes me wish that we would get a full series already. At least he got a movie with Shin-Chan, and a few video games. You guys should definitely check it out. Now be a good bastard and put your mouth on a sausage.
No one can save you now. It's Crash Nebula.
Lastly, we have something that's a little different from the rest of the shows I talked about, because this one was meant to be an actual pilot. Crash Nebula from the Fairly Odd Parents. Created by Butch I Don't Pay My Artist Hartman, Crash Nebula made tons of appearances in Fairly Odd Parents, being Timmy's favorite hero next to Crimson Chin. We saw him on merch, a stage show, and even snippets of a poorly animated action show. But this wasn't enough because Butch can't draw to save his life Hartman wanted to spin this off into its own show. So he made a backdoor pilot and disguised it as a special episode of Fairly Odd Parents, with Timmy watching the pilot alongside us. On a side note, I think it would have been cool if they recorded a commentary track of Timmy watching the show so we could see his reactions. I think that would be cool, but I don't think Butch I Make Jokes About Suicide Hartman thought that far. But regardless of what I think about the guy who made it, This pilot shows a lot of potential. It's well animated, the CGI they use is fairly good even for TV standards, and I'm always in the mood for more action shows. The characters might be a little uninspired, but they could work on that later. But I guess with Butch Prank and Cure Autism Hartman already having an action show on the air at the time with Danny Phantom, Nickelodeon decided to pass on it. It was probably too expensive to have running at the same time, but in the right hands, not his, I think this could be something special. And those are my picks for some of the best shows within cartoons. There are still plenty of them to talk about, so leave your favorites down in the comments. Also, an honorable mention to Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. A great cartoon that is technically a show within a movie, so it can't be on this list. But I'll probably be giving it a deeper look at sometime in the future. Also, Dora the Explorer, which isn't a show within a show, but rather a game inside of a show. Yeah, Dora is nothing more than a show about a kid playing one of those edutainment games. Dora, her friends, her family, her life. Nothing more than a series of ones and zeros. Stuck and utterly helpless to the whims of whoever plays her game. Because the only true thing Dora has to explore is her own existence. Alright, bye guys!